Thank you. YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Andrew Miller, and today on Talk, we're gonna discuss a little bit about city life versus country life. Two opposite sides of living in our world. And I have some people here very interested to discuss with me, Luana and Priscilla. Can you introduce yourself, Luana, please?
Yes, I'm Luana. I'm 39. I have a daughter. She's 15. I am a lawyer. I live in Lisbon. I work with citizenship, Portuguese, and immigration. Here in Brazil, I used to work as a criminal lawyer, but here no. I like to go to the gym, practice yoga. I think Priscilla as well. Practice yoga, yeah. Yes, I don't have pets. A little bit things about me is this.
Very good. Thanks a lot. Priscilla, how about you? It's a turn.
Hi everyone, my name is Priscilla. I live in Petrópolis. I'm married, I have a dog, don't have children. I work with technology. I am a software testing analyst. In my free time, I like listen to music, walking, practice yoga, watching movies, series. Yeah, so that's it about me.
Very good, very good. So let's get started in our conversation. Well, I don't know where you live, but we're gonna move to the question number 2. What do you enjoy most about living in your region? Wherever you live, like in city or country. Priscilla, can you say?
Yes, I live in a country. Yeah, I never live in a countryside. Yeah. Yeah. I can answer the 2 questions. Yes. About
Yeah, the question number 2.
Okay.
What do you enjoy most?
Okay. I prefer living in city. Yeah, because it have more things to do, more possibility to about job, about enjoy the day. For example, you can go to the park or other locations. Yeah, I prefer because that.
Okay, but nowadays you have living in the countryside, right? But you
Yes.
prefer live in a big city and so on?
Yes, because it's more options to do.
Okay, nice. How about you, Luan?
Yes, my entire life I lived at a small city, but now I'm living in Lisbon. It's a big city, not so big, but it's big. It's the capital of Portugal. And I like so much to live here because I have a lot of things that I can do around me, airport, another countries near, and beach, 30 minutes by car from my house. I really like to live in Lisbon. I recommend you guys.
Okay,
I
nice,
miss
very nice.
this location.
Yeah, I think in my case, I think in the past I would answer the same you both answered, but nowadays I will answer the opposite. Like I used to live in Brazil and then in Campinas and then be very close to big capitals. But nowadays I'm living in Alta Floresta, Mato Grosso, and it's been very interesting because I feel so quiet and I'm feel like I don't know, it's more
Like peace.
Yeah, peace,
Yeah, always
without noise.
Hurry up.
Yeah, without noise, I can concentrate more on my stuff. So it's more, I think the quality of the things is much better, much better. So sometimes, for example, I remember when I was living in Campinas, for example, or even Brasilia, I used to do a lot of things at the same moment. So it was interesting to do all the things together, but at the same moment, it's not good because it means that you are not enjoying all the things and so on. I feel always tired. So here it's been a very interesting experience. I need to think more because I'm here since March. So yeah, but I'm enjoying a lot. We have another guest. Gabriel, can you introduce yourself, please? Let's see. Gabriel, are you here? Are you there with us?
Hello, hello, good
Awesome.
afternoon.
Hello.
Sorry, my late. I was working.
No problem, no problem. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, good afternoon. I'm Gabriel Quirino. I'm 26. I live in Morro do Fumaça, a small town south of Santa Catarina. I work as a fireman. I work as well as a hydraulic mat operator in a company of sand generation, my father's company. And what else? I work as a referee soccer as well. I know a Brazil popular name, Adil. And I'm married. I'm here. I postponed 2 weeks in a row to study English, but I'm here.
You're welcome again. So,
Thank you.
so we're gonna discuss here about the city life versus country life. And the question number 2 that we already answered is, what do you enjoy most about living in your region? What do you like to do and consider good points, pros and cons?
It's my turn.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So, like I said, I live in a small town, a countryside. I've never lived in a big city, say, and around me, I can say isn't a big city, but it's a middle city. The city is the name we call Criciúma. Maybe, I don't know, you know this city, but maybe it's what most know. That's why team, Criciúma, that play for second division, national division soccer. And my region I like because in my city, it's a calm city. And there aren't a lot of crime, a lot of robbery, and when happens this kind of thing, it's like I can say.
Oh my God! What happened?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, the man stole it, stole the town, this kind of thing, And we don't have a lot of things here in my city. Obviously, we have a supermarket, we have a pharmacy, we have a gas station. Anyway, a lot of things. But when we need a better things, like go hang out in the lawn, kind of thing, or eating a different foods, a different meal. We used to go to Criciúma, a middle city. Isn't a big city as well, and I think that it is my record. And the first one that I like sincerely is because it's a calm city.
It's a calm city. So we are on same team. The calm, small and calm, and Priscilla and Luana, big and with a lot of things to do. So let's see the question number 3. Could you imagine living in a different type of region? Why and why not? Priscilla, you can be the first.
Yes, I can imagine because I have a good experience because I live here a long time ago, since when I oh my God, I don't know this name, this word in English. Desde que eu nasci, yeah, because that it's more, don't have different things to do, yeah. It's a small city, yeah, and the calm city, Gabriel, Petrópolis. And I don't like, sincerely, I never like live here. I have opportunity to go to the other country, but unfortunately, because the pandemic, I need to return. And yeah, if I have a new opportunity, I would like live in a big city, or maybe in Brazil or the country. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I like
Okay.
the different options to do, and to, for example, during weekend, I have different things to
Options,
enjoy
okay.
more. Yeah.
Enjoy more, okay. Yeah, this is something that's very interesting because I always liked a lot to live in a very crowded places, the big city, I mean. But nowadays I'm enjoying the calm, a calm city, small city, because I never thought about that. But for me, it's been very interesting to feel this kind of, mood. So it's something new for me. But I'm a kind of guy that always like to do something different. So I was, musician, core, science, teaching, a lot of things at the same moment. So it's for me, it's a kind of very different way. Luan, how about you? Could you imagine
Yeah,
living in a
I,
different?
I think I am enjoying to live in a big city because I grew up at a farm. I lived at a farm till I
Okay,
was 15. Yeah, and after that, I moved to the small city to study. And I lived in Portugal before this time, and it
okay,
was a small city as well. I went back to Brazil, and I came back to Europe in 2019, and I went to London, but I didn't like London because London is very how can I say, it's different from Lisbon, because Lisbon is big, but it's more calm. But London is a crazy city, very crazy. But Lisbon, I like to live here. But in 3 years' time, I'd like to move to a small city, but very near Lisbon. That's
okay.
because I can came to Lisbon when I need. But I think I am enjoy because my entire life I lived at the very calm city or at a farm.
Yeah. Now this is nice because I think your experience previously was a calm city, small city, and then
Yes,
you moved,
everyone
you
knows,
changed it.
everyone goes see
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, in my case was the opposite. Like I born in a very big city, and then I lived in another big city, and then I lived in another big city, and
Yeah,
a lot of big city. And nowadays I'm perceiving the things differently. Like, oh my God, it's nice to live in a calm place. How about you, Gabriel? What do you think?
Well, my case, I think I wouldn't move from another region of Brazil, let's say. Maybe city, maybe I could think about moving in my neighborhood city. Criciúma is a middle city. Isn't so calm than my city, but isn't a good city to live, because if you, I don't know, maybe rent an apartment at the downtown, we are able to go to the pharmacy, supermarket, walk, don't need a car. And my city, it's a little different. Even I live in downtown, and because I had a bad experience 2 weeks ago. I was working in Florianopolis, capital of my state, in a competition. I seen there in a hotel during this week, and man, it's very crazy traffic, a lot of crowd. I remember that we needed to wake up around 6 a.m. and the match would start, if I'm not mistaken, 10 hours a.m. We use it to keep the middle of the traffic 2 hours. But it was very close, you know, it's almost 20 minutes in a normal day. But so it's a day of job, and a lot of people used to use a car, and it's crazy. I don't have willing to move for a big city, let's say.
Okay. Yeah, I was reading a report about this kind of thing, big city. Like it's crazy because when you are living in a big city, all the things are calling your attention all the time. Since you wake up, during all the day. So this kind of thing have spending your energy doing this kind of thing, like doing the same things all the time. So your energy is spending a lot without doing anything. So here, for example, in a calm city, I can concentrate like, oh, I will read my book. I can open my book and read my book, and then I will check, I will study a little bit. And so I feel that I can do more. I can do a lot more, without spending so much energy. So this is my perception. And I was reading, the test I was reading is about economia da atenção, attention economy. It's a very good hot topic. It's a very hot topic, economy. A hot topic about how the big city are consuming our energy. But it's something that we can create other conversation. Well, I think you already said about what are the main advantage of living in a city. Okay. Now conversation. What time? Well, I think the question number 6 is what types of jobs and industries are more prevalent in the city versus the countryside, in your opinion? Question number 6.
Well, I can say about my region. Here in my city, in my region, there are a lot of small cities around me. And the main company that work here, it's, I don't know how to say, we used to call for fabrica, textile, I don't know, it's in textile, I think. And these companies work for another big company like Onça Preta, Mormai, anyway, Nike, and these companies take this work and terceiriza, I don't know how I can say this in English, and this job, and it's very big as well here in our region. Company forgot it, the flat, yeah, in English, as well. And I think that company that in my city specifically, unfortunately, because on the last pandemic, a lot of these companies closed without the stars, I'd say. But Olarias, that
Okay.
Make a brick, I'm taking $2. And talking about big companies, talking about maybe Criciúma, it's a middle city around me. A lot of jobs, a lot of things. I have no idea, but I know there are companies about a piece of motorcycle, a piece of cars in general, plastic as well. And I think it's investment, but I have no idea about another region of Brazil, like in Megalópolis, São Paulo, anyway. But my region would be that.
Luana, how about you? What do you think about this
Mm,
question? What's your
In
point?
Brazil, the economy of my region is agriculture. I don't know if this name is
Yeah, you're
agriculture,
right.
like coffee and pimenta do reino. I don't know how can I say chili. I don't know. And that's it. We have a lot of we do exportation in my region in Brazil. Here in Lisbon is I think is tourism. Yes, the mainly economy. And in Portugal, it's olive oil. I don't know. I think olive oil, tomato as well.
Priscilla, how about you? I think.
So I can say about my city, for example, have about tourism. It's so hard because here have a good history about Dom Pedro II, Dom Pedro I, and have a big company here, Selma, Selma, about produz, eu não sei, não vou saber falar inglês, mas produz motores de aviões.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, because I think in the past, it's more common here in my city have a textile industry. Yeah, it's more common. But now it's not normal here. There are many, oh my God, I forgot the name. Fábricas, close, yeah. And the places nowadays there are other stores, yeah, don't have a relation about the industries, yeah, the fábricas, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm thinking here about this question, and I think it's a kind of old-fashioned question because nowadays it's very similar and depends on the region in terms of development. Like, for example, here, I'm living in the northwest of Mato Grosso, Alto Floresta. Of course, we have a very, very big farms here, and the agriculture is very strong, you know, and powerful as well. And they have a lot of money, investments, you know, international investments, and a lot of big industry involved on it. But it's because the farms. But here we have the same, you know, people from São Paulo, for example, working here in São Paulo, working here in Minas Gerais, work here in Brazil, working, moving a lot. I think it's a kind of, we are, I think in a moment where the thing is more without barrier, like without boundaries. I think in the past, maybe this question makes sense, like, oh, on the countryside, very big city, oh my God, very little. We don't have option, but nowadays we can see more movement between the regions. For example, here, it's a very, very, very small city. But when you walk in the city, you only see big cars. We only see, you know, people spending a lot of money doing things, working with agriculture in a very high level. It's a kind of something that we cannot imagine. I never imagined, you know, before to stay here. So this is interesting. And in the same thing, at the same moment, they have connection with other countries, for example, you know, making the market and so on. So it's not like, oh, it's a very small city. The people are so simple and so on. I think that's kind of it's kind of old-fashioned or misconception.
Yeah,
guys,
when
the question number
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I say when I compare my city between a big city, I think about technology, for example. It's not strong here. Yeah, There are, I imagine about the investment politics, to involve different things, because here have a good place, a good professionals, but
Yeah, depending on the field, for example, I know that if you go to the São José dos Campos, for example, it's considered a countryside, São Paulo, but it's the best city in terms of technology that we have here in Brazil, or even Campinas, or Macaé in Rio de Janeiro is a very developing oil and gas industry.
Yes,
I know that a lot of investments and people working there, so this is interesting thing to take in account. Guys, question number 7, are there some stereotypes or misconceptions people have about countryside living and city living? What's the misconception in what do you think could be? Luana.
I did not understand the meaning of misconception.
Misconception, like, how can I say, stereotypes? So for me it's hard to translate the things, but são concepções erradas, conceitos errados, um tipo de engano, de estereótipos que nós tínhamos sobre viver na cidade, viver no campo, no interior. Ok?
I think one example I can say, it's what you said about, we think that in a small city, countryside has no technology, has no much money, but can be the opposite. In my region, it's true as well, because people there has a lot of money, expensive cars, like you said. But I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah, I think you answered well. I think it's about that, like the mix. But it's, for example, here, what I would say some stereotype here. People very poor, like in the city, the people, the Amazonic region are very poor, the people are simple and so on. And when you go, walk in the city, it's totally the opposite, totally. The life cost here is even higher than the capital. So it's kind of, my stereotype was totally wrong. Like when I came here, I thought about like that, like, oh, it's a very small city, but now I think the opposite. Priscilla, how about you? What do you, if you remember some stereotype and misconceptions?
I think so. I think it's happening nowadays, because maybe, like Ilona said, I imagine the same situation, the specific situation. The person, when I think about the countryside, imagine a location don't have a opportunity into development, for example, and some company don't put investment because that, or maybe have a problem about politics or other things. And unfortunately, it's not good, because the person live in the countryside don't have a conditional and don't have opportunity to development, and it's so hard. But I think it is have a, oh my God, I don't know in English, essa diferença estranha, né? Because I think it's a countryside, and the big side, it's side have a lot of people, professional, and depends, of course, about the point of view, the company, for example, if a company can be put your office in the specific location, what's the problem? But I don't know. It's um assunto bem complicado.
Yeah, good point. Luana,
Yes,
want
I
to
was
add?
remembering one interesting thing that, for example, my mom lives in a countryside, in a village, and people normally think that there is no drug, there is no problem, there is no robbers, stolen people, but there are a lot of like my mom can't go out, talk the phone, that it's dangerous, very dangerous. It's
Okay.
one interesting thing that I remember, because people, for example, São Paulo think, I'm going to live at the countryside because there is calm. In my state, is not calm. It's very
Yeah.
dangerous, like Rio de
Yeah.
Janeiro.
Yeah, I'm thinking here about the size of the thing, the size of the problem. For example, when we think about, for example, Rio de Janeiro or think about São Paulo, we have a very big city, and sometimes we have a very good high-level professionals in universities, in industries and services and so on, and money, other things. But at the same time, we have favelas, for example, and the people there are very poor, they don't have money, the violence, the problem. Sometimes they don't have a very good access to education and so on. So we have the two sides. Here, I can see the same. I have seen the same, like, very people with a lot of money and people like, live in the farm, very poor, without condition, without education, and so on, living with some kind of violence and so on. So I think it's the same thing in different types of mood scales, but the same thing, but in mood scales, different scales.
Maybe about
Uh,
intention too,
Yeah.
because
Uh,
a big city probably have a more problem, of course, but in
with
the
more people,
countryside have too.
yeah,
Like Luana
it's kind
said.
of, we have more people, consequently, we have a lot of more problem, more poverty, more money, more crazy. Gabriel, what do you think? What's your point?
Yeah, I think you said a lot of things. But in my mind, I was born here in this city. I grew up in this city as well, and I grew up hearing some people talking about the big city has more opportunities, jobs, And I don't know if I think it depends of the region, depends of the graduation. I'd say if you have no a graduation, I think it's different. Sometimes I think maybe it could be harder than in a small town because you need to dispute your place for a lot of
Yeah,
people, and for
good
other
point.
hand, I listen a lot of people that I know this a big city said, oh, small town have haven't worked, haven't a job. The people used to be a poor people, like you said, but it's totally different. In my region, we have agriculture as well, and the people spend a lot of money with a big cars as well, like you said, and totally different that we can imagine. I
Yeah.
think the people used to, I forgot the word, confundir a poor person with a person with a humildade, a pessoa humilde, I forgot, and so different. And it's very common, these people that work in agriculture, to be
Yeah,
a
good.
little,
Very, yeah. I
yeah,
got your point.
yeah,
It's
people
true. It's
used
true.
to use a bad clothes, because it doesn't matter for them. And but these people has a lot of money. And talking about,
Yeah, very good.
and these people used to say, well, we in our city having a lot of work. The people used to work with only a ceramic, like I said, but it's totally different. We have a lot of works, and the most of companies here. There's I forgot. a banner, I would say, I don't know, with a brand of the company, and all the time, we are hiring right now and doing a day of feirão de empregos, I know what I can say, and we have a lot of jobs. I think this might.
Yeah, you brought a point that I'm remember here. I think something that I think it's the reality here. I've seen a lot. As the people are very close to the religion and the traditions. Here in a small city, the tradition and the religion, and so, the kind of very formal family, it's very common. So it's very hard. This thing is very hard. I know that. It's kind of, these days I was wearing shoes, pink shoes. When I bought this shoes, I thought it was red, but when I saw it, it's pink. And for me, I don't care about it. I'm using because I don't care about it. But the people here kind of, a man using pink shoes. Oh my God. And they kind of, they still saying that, and I'm like, oh my God, this mentality. So this kind of thing, like, you need to act very a man's like this, a man's like that, a woman's like this, woman like that, the family's like this, and religion and tradition and so on. For example, I'm professor, so I need to take care about what I'm saying, because a lot of people, I'm a geologist, I'm a scientist. So sometimes I need to take care about what I'm saying, because the people, are very close to the religion. They oh my God, but what you are saying can mess my opinion about the Bible and so on and all.
Yeah,
that's
you
it.
said a good point. The people live in a small town, the most of the time, mainly the old person. The mind it doesn't develop yet, man.
Yeah, because it's not oxygenized. I think, for example, even in a big city, if you think like this, when you are walking in the city, you see a lot of things all the time. So, you can still remain believing what you believe, okay? But you are kind of attracted to a lot of different opinions at the same moment. So you grow up as a person like, I know that there are a lot of different things. Here, it's more small. So the people do not see different things all the time. So all the things that they have seen is the grands, they have seen the father, mother, and so on. So the tradition. Yeah, this is something very interesting. I need to think more about it. Guys, how about the opportunity, educational opportunity? What do you think about the difference in countryside and in the city? Luana, what do you think?
It's number 9.
Yeah, question number 9.
I think big city has more opportunity. Because, for example, my region in Brazil, my city has a public university, and it's very hard to get in. There is no so much space. But I don't know. I think it's hard to get in the public university in all
Yeah, you're right.
places. Like here, for example, my daughter is 15, and she's already worried about the point to get at the university, because she needs a high final point to get in. I think for in relation to school, there is no difference in nowadays.
Yeah. Priscilla, what do you think? What's your opinion?
I agree, like Luana said, about the opportunities more have more facility to know about the different universities, about the public university. In my city, for example, have I think one, but EAD, don't have a presence. I don't know this correct. And because that sometimes, for example, if you intend go to the public university, living here, you need to go to the Rio de Janeiro because it's more next.
Okay.
I have in Juiz de Fora, but it's more time. You need more time to. You can. It's not possible to. It's important to live in the Juiz de Fora. Não tem como você ficar indo e voltando. And but I think this about quality. I think it's the same, because when I think about public university or school in general, I think it's more depends of only the person, only the student.
I think the same. Like I studied in 4 different institutions, federal institutions. So the first was IFG in Goiás, and then in Mato Grosso, and then in Brasília, and then in Campinas. So I think sometimes, it's about what you're saying, very nice, because it's more about the possibility that the student can create. It's more about the creation of the student. So it's interesting to see that. And it's good because we have very different regions in Brazil, but the people more or less have the same possibility to create good things in terms of public education, networking, connections. Gabriel, what do you think?
Well, I think talking about public school, maybe the first grades, like in high school and preschool grade. I think in the small city, it's a little bit better than a big city, because I had some colleagues that studied in this middle city called Consumer that I said, and here and the small town, it's very common to only study. Obviously, the people used to like in every place. There are a lot of people that used to do baderna, or a bad student. But at the big city, it's more common. And we had a test here in our region. This region, it's called I forgot the name. And I don't know, but it's a mix of cities, like in my city, Montemar, like too, Mararaguá, a lot of cities, almost 10 cities together. It's there's a name, and the schools used to do a test with the students, and the small cities every year say it in the top of the list, and this is a test. And I believe in my region, the small city, it's better to study for that reason, because there's people that cried all the time and inside the classroom, what forgot? A sala de aula, I forgot, sorry. And talking about a college, I think I would rather, I think, study in a big city, and even because we have more places to study, to choose, and this kind of thing, in a particular school as well. Like in my city, we have only 2 particular schools, but it's only first grade, if I'm not mistaken, to 8th grade, if I'm not mistaken. And if you want to study high school, you need to go to another city. And I think in this case, this big city, we have more options, and we have more, I would say, features as well. because a big city has a more people with a graduation anyway, and the dispute, I would say, it's there are more disputes between these professionals, and they're talking about, I don't know, maybe a public college, I'd say, like college as well, but the federal university. I think I believe it exists only in a big city, but so
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking here that I think that you was saying about the party and so on. And like my point of view, I consider that's a good thing, and depends on the student as well. Because for example, I think this is a moment where the people can try to find the balance between the things, even with a lot of party that, there are people that will stay in the party and concentrate on the studies, living the good points of both. So I think and sometimes, for example, I saw people that study in the countryside, in terms of living with the different, it's worse. Like, because the people, living without, I don't know, without living with the different. I mean, okay, but it's just my perception. Other things I believe, well, it's very interesting what you all said. Like, I think the perspective nowadays, for example, I moved a lot. So my vision about the Brazil, and including being geologist. So I traveled to Minas Gerais, I traveled to Rio de Janeiro, I traveled to Northwest, I traveled to, now I'm here. So I start to understand the configuration of the Brazil. So including the opportunities. And nowadays, I think the people that have studied in good universities and institutions could try to understand more the Brazil as a whole and understand the opportunity. For example, I know that Philip started Talk focus on São Paulo. However, I'm from Goiás, and I started when I was in São Paulo, and you are nowadays you are living in South and Rio, and people Northwest, and so on. So nowadays the business are all connected. So the people, need to understand that all the connections between the things, the movement is more complicated. That's something that I've seen a lot, and I think it's a kind of it's not easy, but it's something that we need to think more, be careful about, and learn. Guys, now we have only 8 minutes, but first I will share with you the forms if you like or do not like, if you want to say about something different, I don't know. I want to know, will be a different thing, a different question. I want to know from you, what do you think about your English, your improvement? It's been good. Are you like or not? Are you feeling that you are growing and improving and so on? So, Luana, what do you think?
I think it's my English is getting better a little bit. I remember when the first time I started to do dermations, Felipe did a live with you. In that time were like a star of the student of the Talk and Talk. I remember it was 2021, more or less.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yes, I started and I stopped too, because I started my master's degree in law and I don't have time, a lot of time. But I think my English is getting better day by day. I'm trying. I started last week and I did 5 immersions. And this week I would like to do 5 as well. And that's it. I'm trying. I can't stop.
Yeah. Good. It's nice to hear that because it's, we need to always think about, always try to find a way to measure or, improvement and so on. And I remember when you were saying about this style of talk, it's kind of, Philip tried to make this kind of advertisement, like the talking talks case, like me, like Batalha, a lot of other
I
hosts.
remember you are from
It was funny.
I remember that.
It was really funny. Oh my God, very good. Thanks a lot, Luana. How about you, Priscilla?
I think now my English is better. I try keep constantly every day. Yeah, because sometimes I forget some words and a little difficult sometimes to complete um, a phrase. Yeah, but I try stay here every day to improve more and more and practice all the time. And yeah, I think it's important. Yeah. Every day stay
Yeah,
here and talk and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes I can stay here, for example, 3 immersions, maybe 2. I try this.
Okay. Yeah, this is something interesting. I think we have using only maybe 50% of the vocabulary that we know. For example, sometimes I'm in a conversation here and I use a word that I never used before. So for me, it's, oh my God, I use this word, appear in my mind like, oh my God, I will use this word. In something that I learned, on the past. So that's it. Sometimes we will forget the words and no problem. Just keep practicing, feeling comfortable, feeling safe as well. So we create more vocabulary.
Yes, now I think the good thing that I don't feel shy anymore to talk. Even though if someone asks me help here that don't speak Portuguese, I try to help and keep
Yeah,
going.
I was saying here that I think the last the minor thing that I learned here in Talk and Talk was English. I learned a lot, how to speak in public, how to understand the learning process. Because imagine, I have talking here since the 2020, the beginning of the pandemic. So it's kind of interesting because I have seen a lot of different people, and all the people have a different perspective about learning. Oh, I have problem with this, with that. I don't know this, I don't know that, and so on. So I'm learning a lot, from you. It's kind of we have learning together. So this is the point. And how about you, Gabriel? What do you feel?
Well, I my English has improved a lot since I started here in Talk and Talk. I've never had this conversation before, only one time in another platform, but it was only 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't speak, I didn't speak a lot like I used to speak here in Talk and Talk. And I started studying English, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years ago. I bought a course of a Gavin's course. I don't know if you know, guys. It's more advantage. It's totally online. I did this course, if I'm not mistaken, in 6 months. And after it, I start to study by myself. And I needed this platform to try to improve my English, because I was only reading books in English and watching some movies in English with the voice in Portuguese, subtitles in English, or vice versa, And right now I'm here talking about my English, and I had a bad experience. Like I said, these 2 weekends that I postponed it. I feel today my English a little frozen. I try to remember some words, So I think we cannot stay one day sequer à noite in English to stay without studying English. I think we need to study even, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes a day, because it's important to keep improve our English, you know.
Yeah, guys, you all are doing very well. I think it's very good level of English. And you know, I like to ask that because based on the level, I can create different kind of conversation. Because, for example, I can create out of the blue new questions about what you think about this or about that and the industry. I can, you know, improve the conversation more naturally. So I can create new things that, you know, maintain this conversation at a more high level. So it's nice to do that. So guys, thanks a lot for this conversation. Enjoy the rest of the day and have a nice week. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.